Ladies and gentlemen, American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I'm getting some great feedback about a pop culture show. Today's pop culture show is off the hook based upon what I get to talk about. And by the way, I do this all freestyle. There's no planning. I pick the topics. Josh Wentz does a great job of putting them together, and I roll with them. Jamie Spinley and Josh are in the studio with me. I'm sure they're going to chime in on these. But sit back and relax and get ready. This is some crazy stuff. First, Commander. Joe Biden's German Shepherd has bitten 12 people. And guess what, guys? It wasn't 11 bites. They finally got rid of him after 12 bites. He will no longer be at the White House. Can you imagine? My dog snaps at somebody. It makes me feel bad. I mean, this is nuts. Remember the old expression, you're only going to get one bite at the apple? Right. Commander got 12 bites of humans. All right, mental health. There's a study out that says 50% of the world humans are going to have a mental health problem at the age of 75, which I think is ridiculous because I got to ask you guys this question. Who doesn't have a mental health issue? It's crazy. All right, you ready for this? McDonald's and Burger King have had their lawsuits tossed out against them. They won. This is the expectation when you buy a freaking Big Mac or a Whopper. That's the reality on the right. I stand with the people who filed this lawsuit. I hope they appeal. You know what? You want the burger that you see, correct? All right, Costco is selling gold now, and apparently it's flying off the shelves. What the hell? They're selling gold bars for? How did Costco get a hold of all the gold? Right. It's kind of scary. You can't make this up. Keith Richards. You got to love Keith Richards. He's had so many chemicals in him, as we know, it keeps him alive. But he's a great interview. Keith Richards basically made fun of Metallica and these heavy metal bands. He said he kind of just thought of them as jokes, which would make sense. If you're Keith Richards and you listen to that noise, you know what he said, though? You're going to love this, you Brit. He says he's got a special place in his heart for AC/DC. He said a soft spot for AC/DC, which also makes sense. Right. All right? Kevin Spacy, now this is sad but funny. He got rushed to the hospital in emergency. Now, you know that the healthcare field is woke, right? I bet you they brought him in an ambulance, they took him back to the ER, and all the nurses and doctors sat around and said, I don't want to take care of him. I bet you Kevin Spacy is dead now. I bet you he didn't make it out alive. All that. This is my second favorite story today. All right, Kim Zolciak, she's one of these housewives chicks, okay? Her husband's a former football player. They live in this big mansion. It's being foreclosed upon. Their life's going to hell, but she can still show her cleavage. This is just that example about that poster that says some guy somewhere is sick of her crap. Yeah. Okay, you ready for this? He locked her out of the bedroom with nothing but a pillow. So instead of going to sleep on the couch, she called 911. This is 911. Yes, what's your emergency? My husband locked me out of the bedroom with just a pillow. Ma'am, are you kidding me? We'll send 6 cruisers over there right away. Just stay on the line. Stay on the line to keep us posted of what else is going on. We want to make sure.
She should get fined for that.
So did you believe this prima donna crap? Yeah. And see, when these reality stars get this, you never know. It's like, hey, call 911 about this. Right. This will make it great. So there's a disconnect what's really happening and what's all bullshit. Okay. All right. Remember I said that was my second favorite? You can't make this up. Ozzy Osbourne has announced that he's feeling good. And you know why he's feeling good? No longer is the drugs. He's taken up at his age martial arts. Can you, Ozzy, Kung Fu. Now, I don't know if it's jujitsu. Hold on, man, let me grab you. Judo, Kung Fu, karate. Can you picture? I want video of Ozzy doing his martial arts.
Yeah. Yeah.
He credits martial arts. Oh, God. All right. JayZ's a Scrooge. JayZ, in an interview recently, told a story that his cousin wanted now, this guy's a billionaire. Yeah. Wanted $4,500, and he wouldn't lend it to him.
I mean, that's nothing.
What an asshole. I mean, I just want all you all to know that when I'm a billionaire, now remember, he said his cousin. Any cousin can borrow $4,500 from me. Sure. You can too, Jamie.
Thank you.
You too, Josh.
Right.
But not Sabrina. I don't trust her to pay it back. I'm just teasing Sabrina. All right, Caitlin was asked if he, you know what? I think Caitlin's better looking than Chris. Not really, because I know he's a dude. But I'm just saying, they asked Caitlin if she ever talks to Chris, and he goes, no, we don't talk. We don't even have any contact at all. Now, can you imagine? All right, folks, I've always said this. If your wife leaves you, all right, you're not married, but you've been married, but you got a woman. Josh, you're not married. If your wife leaves you, don't you want your wife to leave you for a bum so you can make fun? I mean, I would hate my wife to leave me for like Elon Musk. I'd be like, shit. Now, now, here's the thing. What happens if your husband leaves you to become a woman? What does that do to your ego? Can you imagine somebody who is so out there like Kris Jenner talking to her friends? What? Yeah. Bruce is what? Yeah. He's leaving me to become a woman. What a blow to your ego. Yeah. Would you want your woman to leave you for another woman or another man? I'd rather my wife left me for a woman than a man. I would too. Yeah. I would too. All right, NFL. They've issued a statement blessing Taylor Swift, all things NFL. I think she's got an all-access pass now. I think Taylor Swift is now going to be on the sidelines.
Yeah, she'll be in the booth or something.
Yeah, she'll be in the booth now. You're right, Josh, when she's headed to the booth. Yep. This is a weird story. Julia Oorman, she was the beautiful actress that was in Legends of the Fall. What a role that she played. I really like her and everything she's done. She's a beautiful woman. I think she's a British woman, isn't she? She's a beautiful woman. I've always been partial to brunettes. I'm telling you right now, she has sued. I'm sure it's probably too late, but because she has sued Harvey Weinstein, who she said made her give a massage and oral sex. Now, you say may, it was her own free will, but we've now learned that Harvey Weinstein is such a schmuck. And the idea of the casting couch where he took it, you know what, he's a creepy dude. So I stand with Julia Orman. Some of these wenches I don't, but I do for her. I feel bad for her. A grizzly bear ate 2 people in Yellowstone.
And their dog.
And their dog. Now, I got to ask you a question. Why in the hell would you ever go off trails in the park or even on trails in the park where you even have the remote chance of meeting a grizzly?
God. Or not have a gun or something.
Or not have a gun or something to defend yourself. Right. It's insane. By the way, true story, guys. Mary makes fun of me. On our walks up the half-mile driveway, I carry my gun, and I tell her, I say, you never know when a pack of freaking wild dogs comes by here. Yeah. You just never know. Dancing with the Stars. Guess who got cut? Britney Spears' sister. She's outraged about it. Are you? I haven't watched this show for hell. After the first season. All right, Victoria Beckham was upset. You can't blame her. She was upset way back when she was pregnant. She did an interview where she was just having a baby, okay? And guess what? Her husband, Benham like Beckham, the bad boy Brit, went on a photo shoot. You ready for this? J-Lo on one side, and who was the one? I've lost my. Who was the one on the other side? It was J-Lo and other hot. Beyonce. J-Lo on one side, Beyonce on the other, and she was pissed off. It was on the front page of the newspaper too. All right, last but not least, Jamie Spence Spinley beat me yesterday, 3-2 and a tie in chess. So the master got his mastership back. We'll see what happens today. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Remember, martial arts with Ozzy.